of the end of the FAANGs. I used to write obituaries. To get an obituary, you have to be really dead. I'm seeing a bounce back on many of the stocks that I've been counting on. Nvidia, even though there was an amazing article about how China may block it that was in Bloomberg, really worth reading. I'm seeing stocks that I genuinely wanted to see up, which are all the social media stocks, which are fantastic. We have a nice position in Facebook. I wish we had a position in Twitter. We sold a position in PayPal too soon. That thing is just a rocket ship. But I just see a lot to like, and I am not as concerned. I did a piece the other day. Larry Williams talked about a great chartist about how the last 10 days of October have historically been really unbelievable. So we're holding on, and not for dear life. We're just holding on.
Jim, Abbott reported a top and bottom line beat with its third quarter results and raised its full year earnings per share forecast to at least $3.55, which is well above the consensus of $3.35. Yet the stock is trading lower in early trading. Can
Yeah,
you explain
we
this?
see there's a group of people, and they're called morons, and they own stocks. And the morons, they take action. They don't listen. They sell, and that's why they call them morons. Uh, I take another approach. I like to listen. I like to see how they knock it down. I recommend maybe buy it after it's down big. That's called non-moron, and I like the non-moronic approach to stock buy. And I have earned the right to call them morons because I've seen this movie so many times that I'm sick of watching it. I mean, give me a new movie. So let them sell it, let them be upset, let them be disappointed, and tell them to go to hell.
Oppenheimer increased its estimates and target on UPS today, anticipating strong trends for the third quarter driven by global e-commerce acceleration. And what should I take away? Should I
Where the hell
buy
they
off of
been?
this now?
I mean, this stock is such a buy. I say the 200. It's one of my absolute favorite stocks. It's only at 70 cents. It still has 2.3% yield. It is run by Carol Tomei, who was my favorite CFO in the world when she was at Home Depot. And I think she's bringing order to it. They've raised prices. Thank heavens. They're not going for market share. They just want to make a lot of money. Thank heavens. And at 175 with a 24 PE, it's still I think this FedEx is 25. It's still cheap.
Well, we got another note, and that's from Stifel, which increased its price target and estimates on Take-Two Interactive ahead of the quarter to reflect what they think will be strong across key
Oh
franchises,
yeah,
including
and big
NBA,
slate
2K,
next
Grand
year.
Theft Auto.
Big slate. That stock is ready. That stock is just recharging. It is waiting and biding time to recharge.
So you think that this stock has more room to run?
Totally.
And Jim, the strong earnings report from Snap last night is setting off a huge rally in fellow social media internet stocks like Facebook and Alphabet. And you talked about
Right.
Twitter on Twitter. Do you think that the moves in this group is
Holy
justified?
cow! Snap's up 9. I mean, wow. When it was up 4, I said it's going to go up a lot more. I mean, Snap overnight became a company that went from losing money and doing badly to a company that has a runway that's so long because they got the augmented reality right. They got the advertisers coming in. They've got a cohort that is no one else seems to be able to be reaching, which is this teenage cohort. That's the holy grail. That's where Colgate needs to be advertising. That's where Procter needs to be advertising. Congratulations to Evan Spiegel, who was he was too young for prime time, and now he is the belle of the ball. And I've got to tell you, he worked really hard to change his attitude, which is one of tremendous arrogance and frankly disdain. And now he is frankly a very humbled, good guy. Evan Spiegel, listen to me. I now like you. You're terrific. There.
On the note of advertisers, Jim, it's kind of interesting because I tend to see very similar advertisers on Snap and Facebook, and Instagram. But now I'm starting to see kind of more big companies come in. So if I'm reviewing like the whatever Snap story, it's interesting to see a bigger company rather than like
Yeah,
the Billy
consumer
Razors.
packaged goods. They like it now. They like anything where they can reach people. I mean, they like Shopify. It is incredible to me how unknown these stories are because you have to have kids. My daughter told me she got off it when she was in her early 20s. I think she pretty much stands for everybody in that group. But when you can get people in the teens, holy cow! You get them set on Old Spice. What a win!
Yeah, and I mean, I could there could be an argument made that it's coming back among, the early 20s to mid 20s group because of the pandemic and because you want to be up to date with your
Totally.
friends without putting it on Instagram.
I think that's totally true. You want it to dissolve, right? Your
Yes,
parents is how
exactly.
they communicate. But they like to make faces and silly things. I think
The
the
filters, the games.
advertisers like augmented reality, don't they?
Yes, it seems to be that way.
Yeah.
All right, Jim, thank you for joining us today.
Don't forget Netflix at the end of the day. Oh, hold on just a second. The president just tweeted that Joe Biden is a puppet of the Castro Chavistas. Interesting. I had no idea he was a puppet of Cuba. He must be the Manchurian candidate. Anyway, good stuff. Thank
Gonna
you.
look forward to that New York Times article.
Yep.
All right, thank you, Jim.
Bye
Members,
bye.
thank you for tuning in. I'm Catherine Ross.